Rich Desclafani of NAV TV joins us at PCA National Headquarters for the installation of a Bluetooth, iPod integration, and backup camera system into two lucky PCA raffle winners' cars. In this PCA Spotlight segment, Rich shares a few tips for selecting an installer to work on your Porsche.
Yeah, so what you want to do is you always want to contact the manufacturer of the product that you're looking to have installed in your vehicle. Get some information from the manufacturer, who they would recommend if they have a network of installers, if they have a database, if they have preferred installers. But usually you always want to contact the manufacturer and they'll be able to recommend somebody that's quality in your area and also be able to give you a few options as well. If you're looking for multiple options for a dealer, they'll be capable of doing the work. So Porsche specific experience is very important because you always want to have somebody that's knowledgeable about the vehicle, that knows how to take it apart, put it back together properly, knows where to run the wires, and just has general experience dealing with that demographic of vehicle. It's not a cheap vehicle, it's something that you want to have somebody trustworthy and somebody that has experience and knowledge on that vehicle. Well, to find somebody that's certified is basically somebody that's been through training, that's done hands-on work, that's done the book work as well. So they have knowledge, they have hands-on experience, they've been trained, and they already are somewhat advanced in doing what they do. Same like you would find with a mechanic that's, certified. It's not very different. Well, you always want to find somebody that has experience and knowledge of working on any type of vehicle. You want to look for somebody that knows about cars, that has experience, that has a good amount of time, a few years in the industry and working on cars, because you can only learn so much from a book or from watching somebody else. You can only usually gain intelligence on what you're doing from experience, hands-on. Why, if you ask, do you do dealer work? If they're doing dealer work, most of the time they're going to be a reputable shop and they're going to be able to put out quality work. And if a dealership trusts them with a brand new car, 100,000, 50,000, 150,000, whatever it is, you should feel comfortable with them working on your car as well. Well, online reviews are very important for anything. Basically nowadays, because of technology and the internet and all these advancements between Facebook and Twitter and Yelp, and you have all these outlets to go and actually do your homework from other people's experiences. So, whether somebody had a good experience, a bad experience, you could gauge that. You can see what type of experience they had, where it was negative, where it was positive. And it's always a very good lead to bring you to somebody that's going to be capable and comfortable to do the work for you. That's just generally in life. You want to always deal with somebody, whether it's electronics or mechanics or anywhere you go. You always want to go somewhere where you're going to be comfortable, where they're going to take good care of you. They care about your experience. They care about what you care about. If you have a certain way that you want things done, they should be willing to accommodate you, and they should be open to hear your suggestions, and they should be there to help you along the way and make you feel comfortable and give you a good experience overall. Always want to see what type of work they're putting out, the quality of work that goes into their jobs that they're doing. A lot of times they'll have a timeline from start to finish, and they'll show the build progress as it goes on. And a lot of times you can just gauge the quality of work by what they have in their pictures or their videos or whatnot. And usually if people aren't willing to give you that type of information and show you what they've done, usually they're not comfortable with what they've done. So gauging their performance by past work and their experiences with other vehicles and seeing exactly what they've done, how they've done it, is very important. It'll always give you a good idea of what they're capable of. You always want to try to see if they have references available for the work they've done. Previous people that had work done, dealerships, stuff like that. Anybody that you can call and say, hey, I know this guy's done work for you. Did you like it, or were you happy with it? What was your experience with them? And it's just a more personal way of, rather than doing it online, maybe calling or showing up somewhere and taking 2 minutes to talk to somebody about the quality of work that the shop does. And it's just another way to do your homework and make sure that you're making the right decision with the installer you choose. Sometimes you can walk into a fantastic looking place, looks gorgeous, very expensive, and the quality work that they may put out may not be up to par with what it looks like. So, I mean, sometimes you'll find, smaller shops that, are maybe in an older building. It doesn't look as extravagant or exclusive. And sometimes they'll put out very, very good work. So, I mean, you don't want to always go to the big place that has all the fancy stuff and the nicest stuff on display, because they may not always do the nicest work. So I think it's very important to not always just judge by what you see. It's, all ties into the homework that you do in general.